What up, gang? Matt here, country song teacher. I thought I would just kind of sit back on this lesson and have it very casual and just talk to you what it's like to first learn this great instrument, the piano and the guitar. We're going to play both of them in this video. I'm going to give you some demonstrations and show you if you're just a beginner. You say you got a guitar, you got a piano, keyboard, whatever for Christmas, and you're ready to start learning. What should you do? What are the first steps to learn the guitar and the piano? Now, I think it's very important for a musician to know both of the instruments. You don't have to be advanced to either one of them, but when you know both, you'd be surprised how much, especially when you learn the piano, you can apply it to guitar, and by knowing the piano, it'll make your guitar playing better. I don't know how, somebody told me that a long time ago, and it's definitely true. One of my cousins named Joseph, that's an unbelievable musician, he said, Matt, learn those keys. When you learn that keyboard and you really understand all the dynamics of the piano and the notes and the keys and all that stuff, it'll just click with other instruments, and he's so right. What I would recommend for someone starting out is, let's say you have no music experience and you want to learn an instrument, I would learn the piano. You say, why would you learn the piano over the guitar? Piano, that's a note. So anytime you hit any kind of key, that's a note. These blacks, these are called sharps and flats. But anytime you press one note, that's a note. So if I want to play a C, you press that note, the two black keys, one to the left, and that's a C, for example. Okay, if I want to play a C chord, a chord, use a number of different notes and play them together, it makes up a chord. So if you ever hear somebody say, what are the chords for the song? That means there's like a C chord that you use a C, an E, and a G played together, and that's a C chord. So I'm going to grab this guitar and show you something. So if I'm starting out with anybody, I might tell you, learn the C chord. So with piano, I can take my 4-year-old Blake and say, Blake, here's a C chord. These three notes, and you play them together, and boom, he's got it. So instantly, whether you're almost like a mini Mozart and you're amazing talented, or you have no music experience, you can go over here and go, and it's a C chord either way. That's what's so cool. Now, on the guitar, if I teach a kid and I say, guy, gal, young, old, whatever it is, I say play a C note, a C chord, they're not going to be able to do that right there. Because it's the second string, the fourth string, the fifth string, strum the bottom 5. You're going to mute strings. It's going to sound like this. Now see the difference? A beginner on a piano can go, and it's sounding smooth. You're like, oh man, I'm feeling that. Or a G chord. A G chord is a G note, every other white key. And again, no matter how advanced you get, that's a G chord. So a G chord on the guitar, that's a G chord. It's one of the first chords you learn. But if your fingers aren't calloused and you don't have that muscle memory, it's going to be hard for you to do that. Once you get used to it, it's very easy. It's a great home kind of key to go to. Another thing with the guitar, as you play the rhythm of the song, you do what's called strumming. That's why you have strumming patterns and all that stuff, and I always say strumming's about timing. It's going to take you a little while just to have your muscle memory and for the left hand and know what the right hand's doing, the brain to tell this hand to strum while it's playing this, all this stuff here. So let's go back to the piano a second. Let's take that G chord. I can play a G with my left hand and a G with my right hand. Deep river woman, Lord, I'm coming home to you. Deep river woman, Lord, I know she's waiting. So, I mean, the little plug here for this piano DVD. You can watch this, and within an hour, you can play what I just played. Like a song, so many country songs, pop songs, worship songs, whatever it is. Just using those chords. Because, again, your fingers don't have to get calloused, and you can focus strictly on the music and just playing. You do both hands in your right hand, then go to D, 2 Ds, right hand, C. So, deep river woman, Lord, I'm coming home to you. Deep river woman. Then an A minor. Lord, I know she's waiting. So that's with the piano. Now with the guitar, people always say, can I use those chords? Yes. The chords make up the key of the song. So it tells other musicians what key to play in, what the singers to sing in, and so forth. So you'd use those same chords. Deep river woman. Lord, I'm coming home to you. Deep river woman. Lord, I know she's waiting, just anticipating my love. So I use the same chords, G to D to C. Now I teach an easy way to play those three chords, but it's still gonna be a little trickier. So if you're new to guitar, let me do a plug for this here. That's what I go over in this, Steve. And I can show you. I wish I could send you thousands of emails. I've received feedback on these. I've sold so many here coming up to Christmas, and people say, well, if I watch your YouTube videos, I have to watch these. If you combine all my YouTube videos, obviously you don't have to watch these. But this has it in a very lesson format. So this is they're 15 bucks for one, 25 for two. And what I do in those is I have it very zoomed in and go very slow and show you the notes and just really go over that. Then I go over a strumming. So I keep it very basic for beginners that don't know anything. And then after you watch those, you say, now I got a bass, and you can watch all my videos. I have thousands on AcousticSelection.com and CountrySongTeacher, and you got it down. But the difference when you first learn guitar, you want to learn I would say three chords, the G, C, and D. Now you lock in these two bottom strings, play the 5th and 6th, and strum all 6. Then the C chord, just move your top 2 fingers both down a string to 4th and 5th, strum the bottom 5. Then the D chord, press the 3rd string. Again, you're keeping these two bottom locked in. Back to C. And just do down strums. So you go deep river woman. Lord, I'm coming home to you. So right there, if you're starting out, you just want to learn those three chords and just do down strums and listen for that timing when you're supposed to change the next chord and so forth. So if you're learning guitar, learn the G, C, and D chord. If you're learning piano, G, D, C. And what the piano does so good the guitar doesn't do, it makes you, as far as the timing and rhythm of song, it makes you chop it up into something that a new beginner can understand. So all the down ups, you're like, well, how many down ups do I do? Is it down, up, up, down, and so forth on strumming patterns? Versus piano, you just go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So it really breaks it down in that 4 count, or 2 halves, whatever. But, and after you... There's things you can do to make it not sound as choppy. I'm filling chords, stuff like that, and I go over that in my DVD, so you can see all that. People ask, where do you get the DVDs? AcousticSelection.com or CountrySongTeacher.com. I have a link in the description below. So AcousticSelection.com, or if you see these 2 DVDs, either one. And then if you get more advanced with guitar, I have a Learn Guitar 2 DVD. So again, I've sold thousands of those. Those have been such a blessing to a lot of people and to myself. So you guys help me out so much. And if you're learning guitar, learning piano, stick to 3 notes, G, C, and D, and learn them very well. So when I first learned, I thought you had to learn all these chords and learn all this fancy stuff. But I've learned now it's better to know a few notes very good. And then the difference, even one of the beautiful things about guitar that makes it better than piano, is you can use this what's called a capo. And if you're singing, baby, you a song that makes me want to roll my windows down, cruising down the back road, doors stop sign in the middle of a little fall town. You is a brand new Chevy with a lift kit, with a whole lot better that's not a good key for you or the band or whatever, you can slide, each time you put this on a square, this is called frets, each time you put this, it raises the song up half a step. So you might have a higher voice or want to play it in the key the band's in. So again, it helps you change the key of the song. Again, I go over all the stuff in the DVDs. But anyway, I hope it helps you guys. You know, the difference I always tell people is, I think people, they have good intentions, but many music teachers start out with music theory and music notes where you learn. And all that stuff's fine, but what I've found is nowadays, especially as we get older, our attention spans get smaller and smaller. And you have good intentions, but you're like, forget it, I don't even care. And you're like, okay, I can play a few songs, but that's it, that's boring. You'd rather be able to just play a, I'm gonna be somebody. One of these days I'm gonna break these chains. Rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, mama, any way you feel. Hey, hey, mama. So if you're a party or something, if you know a few chords, you can play thousands of songs, have a good old time. That's what I do. So and it's been fun stuff. Anyway, if you can play, start your own YouTube channel. I tell people that all the time. It's a lot of fun, and you get better trying to learn more content to post. So be sure to start you a new one. But anyway, guys, thank you so much. I hope this helps you. Learn guitar, learn the piano, learn them both. If you just got to learn one, probably learn piano first, because you'll stay pretty confident. But work on that guitar, practice, practice, practice. You'll get it. I was awful for the first 6 months to a year, and it slowly started clicking. But I got taught different than these things teach. So pick you up a copy. I'm telling you, change your life. Cheaper than one lesson. So CountrySongTeacher.com. Please give the video a little thumbs up, share it. That helps me so much, and I can't thank you guys enough for the support. I love you, but most importantly, don't forget, God loves you. Holla.